Hello, everybody.
Any suggestions?
Ms. Kennedy.
Your Honor, do you want me to swear in?
Yeah, do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
Mr. Boughton was arraigned on July 5th, 2024 on a down file from Superior Court. He pled guilty and was sentenced to active probation in order to report to probation on Monday, July 8th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Mr. Boughton had failed to do so. Probation reached out to the real team if they saw him to have him report, but as of that date yesterday, Mr. Boughton had failed to contact probation. I asked for the warrant because I actually was going to just set these on the 17th where his other pretrial cases are. But I asked for the warrant because I got a call from Sergeant Greenspan at approximately 11:06 yesterday morning. He reported that they had received a call that reported a naked black man on the beach before Nifty 50s that was masturbating. When officers arrived, they found Mr. Boughton laying on the beach with his pants open with an empty bottle of wine. So I issued it for that reason, so that there was no more charges, and he could be a danger to the community.
You know what they say about the motion of the ocean.
I also want to just say that this morning I had asked for, actually yesterday after work, I had asked the jail staff to have him do a UA, and Mr. Boughton has refused. I have not been able to put that or file that within the violation.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Kennedy. Mr. Ashcroft?
Your Honor, at this point.
No, he's got, so all I have is the down file, the down file with the sexual, the assault with the sexual motivation. The other ones are all on pre-trial on the 17th.
But he was to check in with probation on July 8th on those pretrial cases.
On the pre-trials too, yes.
So just kind of a mixed argument. On the one where he's on active probation, the presumption of bail is, not there anymore. And I just bring up, he's continually just not complied. The court has done everything it can to try and help Mr. Boughton comply, and he has done nothing to comply for more than a day since this most recent batch of issues arose. I know he's in need of both substance abuse and mental health, but we can't even get him to the door, let alone through the door to get him into compliance. So I would ask for $25,000 bail on the case where he's on probation and $2,500 for each of the ones that are free trial, and that we set this for, what was it, the 17th, have everything on the 17th to address it then.
I will say, Mr. Ashcroft, that just to make sure that the record is clear on the assault in the 4th degree, the judgment and sentence requires that Mr. Boughton not use alcohol, marijuana, or non-prescribed controlled drugs, that he is to provide a PBT, UA, or BAC upon request, and not go to places where those items are the major item of sale. However, it does not require a substance use disorder treatment evaluation at this time, just a mental health evaluation that can always be readdressed at probation hearing if we need to do so. Ms. Kennedy, did you have anything that you wanted to add for conditions?
Your Honor, I do think that he needs to be held on bail, and we really, I care about Mr. Boughton. I want him to get held, but he's never complied. We've let him out, I don't know how many times, it's gotta be 10. And he's always supposed to come and see me.
How about you guys just fucking leave me alone?
If he doesn't.
I don't want to be in the court system. I'm not doing anything wrong. Leave me the fuck alone. These fucking street cops are following me everywhere I fucking go. How come you guys don't see the legal part of it? I don't understand. You guys just sit on your asses and don't see the legal part of it, of how I'm being harassed.
Mr. Range?
Thank you, Judge. I'll reserve on argument. I'd ask that this case be heard sooner than Wednesday, potentially Monday. I can conference with Mr. Charlton about it.
Okay, so is Mr. Charlton still on the assault on the fourth degree case?
Well, I just know he managed that resolution in this
He did,
case, and it's his handwriting all over the judgment sentence in the way. So I'd like to work with him since it seems like he's been the most recent attorney of record working.
That makes sense. Thank you, Mr. Range. Okay, Mr. Boughton, I am going to be holding you on bail. The amount of bail in the case ending in 268, so that's the post-conviction case, will be $25,000. And the other cases will be $2,500 each. There will be cash options with each of those cases. If you are released, you are to meet with probation Monday at noon. I am going to set a hearing. Well, actually, strike the whole probation thing. I'm going to just set a hearing for 1:15 for you on Monday. And we can see what needs to happen at that point in time. We can discuss conditions of release or whatever else we want to do.
And his mouth's still going.
And then there's Joseph DeBello. He's 46. He's from Wildwood. He's married. He's a plumber. He also said, let me see if I can find it here. He also said that he's a pagan. He's a member of an outlaw motorcycle group. Now, he said a lot of things, you know. They said he, by the way, he was super nice. He's a relatively new member of the Pagans. And he explained all of this. He was very proud of his outfit. They call it colors. See, we asked him about this, and he said, well, because I have this safety pin here, we thought maybe it was for big underwear or something. He said, when you have it like this, you're sending a message to all the other different motorcycle gangs that you're just passing through and you're peaceful and you don't want any problem. So he had his diaper pin, so he didn't want any problems, but he got problems. But he told our undercover, you see, there's rules about this jacket. The rule is that, well, no one is supposed to touch this jacket, okay, but the member, you see, no one. Just point. And you must turn the jacket inside out to hang it up. We chose not to do that too, why we're not touching it. He said that his wife was going to really be mad. And he used other words. Well, we called her. And guess what? He was right. She was really mad. And I bet the Pagans are really mad. Because, see, he's not been a member but just a few months. And here, now he's disparaged them. And the cops have one of their jackets. And they've been handling it. And, you know, we didn't hang it up backwards or any of the other rules that they have. But, hey, Joseph, I don't know how well you do plumbing business, but you don't do very well at following the rules with your outlaw motorcycle gang. I'm going to go over this really quick. These two guys are brothers. Omar's 16, Caleb's 17. They came down from Wesley Chapel, which is in Pasco County, and guess what? They came down to rob us at 16 and 17. We saw them slinking in the hallway, listening through the door. They set up the deal, but it just wasn't right. They were dressed all in black. They had their face covered. And when we took them down at their car, they had a BB gun that looked like a real gun. That could have gone really bad for them. But instead, they're just charged with soliciting and a bunch of other stuff. Oh, by the way, they have a criminal history for burglary and larceny out of Hillsborough County just recently. They're juveniles. We're going to see how the system deals with them to get them in line so they don't end up with the rest of their life ruined.
How do you like that? They came to rob the sting operation, right? But they end up with charges, not just for the robbery aspect of it, but they're also getting charged with the solicitation aspect of it. Yeah. Yeah. Charges they didn't even really want. They weren't there for that, truly. But they got the charge for it. Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.